Can you hear me now?
Yep, I can hear you. All right, welcome to Jewels of the Game. This is episode 2. Today we have a few special guests with us. I'm so excited, y'all. Well, first and foremost, let's introduce our hosts. We have myself, Elizabeth, L3 Brand Live. We have Trey Day, EBF, Controlling Minds Management. We have hiphopvibe.com, Mr. Tevin Savage. We also have DJ Nothing Nice out of Orlando, Florida, Nothing Nice Radio. And our special guest, Kid Lee. Okay, we got Kid Lee on tonight so she can answer a few questions. We can get some exclusives from her and all that good stuff and talk about what's to come. We also have Barry Clark Photography. Thank you so much for being here tonight. And Miss Queen Q, hello.
How you doing?
I am amazing. I hope you are. And I know there's going to be other people that are going to chime in tonight, but I'm going to go ahead and get started. So once again, welcome to Jewels of the Game. The purpose of this show is to really give people an insight into the industry, not just the music industry, not just entertainment, but some jewels as to experiences, things that'll help you skip a few steps, not have to make so many mistakes. And we're just sharing our experiences and kind of letting you guys tap into our world a little bit. Before we get started, let's go ahead and jump into our introductions. We will start with, let's see, Barry Clark Photography. Let's go ahead.
You can hear me?
Yep.
All right, cool. Yeah, my name is Barry. I'm the owner of Barry Clark Photography. I'm not too big on introductions, but I've been doing photography now for a little while. But I actually got in business in 2018, so now I got a storefront. So that opened up in April. So I've been doing that continuously. So I'm just glad to be on, and I'm just happy to be on. Thanks for the invite. Appreciate it.
Of course. Thank you so much for being here. Kid Lee, tell us a little bit about you.
I'm Kid Lee from Wilmington, North Carolina. I've been making music for 13 years. And yeah.
That's it. All right. Short and sweet. I got you. All right. Let's jump up here to hiphopvibe.com. Tell us about yourself, sir.
Tevin Savage on hiphopvibe.com. We've been in business since 2019, and we're making 2022 the best year ever.
All right. Appreciate you being here, of course. Trey Day.
How you doing? My name is Trey Day. I'm the CEO of on Ray's label, Everybody's Family Music Group, and I'm also the owner of Controlling Minds Management.
All right, Queen Q.
How you doing? My name is Queen Quay, and I'm the owner of Queen Quay's Production. And I do my business. I started my business last year, August. So I work with artists and just starting them from ground up and that nature.
Love it. DJ Nothing Nice. Tell us about you.
Look, by the time my video came up, DJ Nothing Nice. Real man, I'm like, yeah. What's up, everybody? How you doing? DJ Nothing Nice, owner of Nothing Nice Radio, WNRDB, Orlando, Florida. Grammy member, engineer, producer, musician, lover of music, lover of people when they act right. You know, so that's basically me. That's just basically me. So yeah, man, appreciate it.
Most Def, thanks so much for being here, being a part. Definitely appreciate all these experts taking the time out tonight to jump in and talk to us. So first of all, once again, we have our special guest, recording artist Kid Lee. If you don't know, she is currently signed with the L3 brand. Yes, we love her. This young queen has so much energy. She has so much talent, and I'm just blessed to be able to witness the come up, to witness the passion and behind what she's doing. And so I know you gave a really short introduction, Kid Lee, but it's okay. So, I wanted to ask you a few questions though that'll kind of help people understand a little bit more about who you are. First of all, at what age did you start doing music? I know you told us how many years, but just to put it in perspective, what age did you start?
7.
Wow. And so what made you, at what point did you say, I want to be this star? I want to be, the best in the game, so to speak. At what point did it click for you?
Probably when I was 10, because I saw other people my age doing it back then, and I feel like I could be big with this. I can do it.
Okay. So I'm not going to hog all the questions. So I want y'all to jump in. I can take the floor when you want to. Let's find out, what kind of questions do you have for Kid Lee?
I have a question for you. So what's your top 5 artists?
Dang, stole my question.
Hey, yeah, right. You're not gonna get the get that one. Then go ahead.
I gotta come up with a new thing. I think it's something else.
Hey, you get the basic ones. Get the basic ones in there, right? Gotta real quick. Got good job. Go ahead. Yep. 5.
I like Lauryn Hill, Caleb Gordon, Ovi, J. Cole, and for the last one, I think it's got to be probably Tupac. Yeah.
The dope choices, and you definitely are paying respect to some greats there. So who has the next question?
I have a question. So I've been listening to your music, and I would just like to know, what would you say is your strongest genre as far as in music right now?
Wait, what do you mean?
For yourself. So like rap, would you classify yourself as a young rapper? R&B? Do you feel like you're versatile in either area? What would be your strongest?
I feel like I'm very versatile. Like some people try to consider me a Christian artist, but I don't consider myself that because I'm not gonna put myself in the box. But yeah, I just consider myself versatile because I can make music about anything really.
So if I can jump in here, a lot of artists are versatile. It's just kind of like how it goes nowadays. What separates you from all the others, in your opinion?
I'm very lyrical. Like I just spit straight bars on every song. I'm very lyrical, and my flow is different from a lot of rappers, a lot of female rappers.
Got you.
Trey, I know you got a
I
question.
got a
You
question.
look like it.
He's like, nobody asked me my question.
Look, as soon as he was done, it popped in my head. I was like, yes, I got it. Okay, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Mm,
As an artist.
I hope as a well-known artist. Like
I hope. Where do you no? Where would you like closing your eyes? Where would you see yourself? At the pace that you're working. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, as a well-known artist, doing what I love as a career, full-on career.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Okay,
You can't say you want to be because you're gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta speak it in the situation.
Yes.
Jewels of the game, okay?
Yes.
No, yeah, as you can see, everybody on here has heard Kid Lee's music, and we are in awe. There's so many people that support you. It's just really your drive, your determination, your work ethic. So can you talk to us a little bit about what it takes for you to stay on it every single day? Like, is that just something that comes natural to you, or do you have to motivate yourself a lot of times to get up, create that music, record that music? Because a little secret a lot of people don't know is she not only writes her own music, she finds her beats, she records herself, mixes it, masters it, all that stuff, y'all. So what does it take to motivate you daily?
It kind of just comes natural, but I probably would say a lot of prayer, because that's what's really kept me strong and going. A lot of prayer.
Okay, so that leads me into another question. I know that it can be hard a lot of times when you have your faith, no matter what that faith may be, it's oftentimes challenged. People will, you know, want you to go in one direction or another, be the image that they want you to have. And so can you talk about the struggles that you've had in that area as far as staying true to your faith?
Yeah. So I was making like secular music before. I was cussing, being somebody that I wasn't. And like when I started to be myself through my music, I lost a lot of support, like a lot. And I had a former manager try to tell me that I needed to try to fit in, you know, with what everybody else is doing, how everybody else is making music. And yeah, when I did, I got kicked to the curb, basically.
Gotcha. I know that wasn't easy. And I know it probably took a toll on you emotionally, mentally, you know, with not having all the support that you did at first. But from that, what I can see now, your support is going through the roof.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think people really love the fact that you're authentically you and you don't compromise who you are and what you believe.
Yeah.
So, if there's anybody out there that you would want to do a collaboration with right now, who would that be?
His name is Caleb Gordon. He's a rapper.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna open the floor back up. Y'all got any other questions for Kid Lee? Nothing nice. You look like you got another one.
Well, I always got questions. So just to put a addendum on what my brother said earlier, as far as your 5 years. Now, community wise, how do you see yourself impacting the community that you live in or where you came from in the near future, or are you currently doing anything in the community to uplift the community or are you planning on working on something like that?
Yeah. I plan on like influencing the younger generation to, you know, themselves and not try to be these other artists rap about killing and murdering and stuff, because a lot of our youth is doing that. So I'm trying to like change things, flip the script, and show them that they can be their self through that. They don't have to be somebody else and make music like these other rappers.
See what you got going on.
Yeah.
All right. Any other questions?
I got a question. Like, in your city where you live at, when you did change your music, as far as like what you said that you lost support, was it the fans and the artists, or was it just the fans?
Just the fans, and I got clowned a lot, talked about a lot, and a lot of negativity.
I mean,
Okay, so how does it feel? Yeah, I'm sorry, but how does it feel to overcome all of that and now be in the position that you are? Because I mean, I saw you were making like the local news and stuff a year ago. That's how long you've been on my radar. So how does that feel? Can you take us through that experience?
It feels good. Feels good that I kept going and that I didn't stop.
So a lot of people don't know, but Kid Lee actually, first of all, won the Triller contest, and she went on to be introduced by some greats as well. She even did a song in a video with Quavo. I know that was before you changed over your style, but I would love for people to hear a little bit about how that felt, even just getting to that point in your career. How was that for you, just knowing that, hey, I won this opportunity because of my talent and you got a chance to show people what you could do?
It felt good. Yeah, it was a great experience overall. It was a good experience.
Okay. Now, this is one of the questions that, you know, we always ask on the show is just to be able to find out a jewel of the game. So if there's one thing that you've learned so far that you would share with another up and coming artist, or someone that's just in the limelight right now, what would that be?
Don't let the hate slow you down, and be very consistent and have faith in what you do, and don't stop. Keep going.
Wow. I think you gave him a few jewels.
Hold on, real quick. Okay.
Right.
You got the bars.
First, I'm like, hold on, damn. Like, spread that
Give
out
him a
now.
bag of jewels. It's a bag of jewels.
Spread that out, man. Spread that out.
Yeah. But what you said, you know, you hit the head on the nail there. You said be very consistent. Anybody on here tonight, do you want to talk a little bit about consistency?
Well, yeah, consistency is it.
Yeah, go ahead, man. Go ahead. I don't.
Oh no, go ahead. You got it.
Oh no, I was already talking. I'm gonna hand it to you.
All right. Probably the reason why I probably with consistency is it's a big thing for me is something I lack of. Some one of them. That's one of them spots I need to be better at, which I'm trying to build on. And especially being in the photography field when things change all the time and into marketing and all that stuff, you definitely gotta be on point, especially as far as your marketing and even how you treat your clients and all that type stuff, because you'd be surprised on who really see you out there, especially when you in people private spaces. So that's definitely a big thing, and that's something definitely I'm working on to get better at. Yeah.
Love it, love it. Anybody else want to jump in on that?
Yeah, consistency is everything. That's the name of the game, showing back up. That's how people get recognized. Just as an example, Lil Durk has become one of the biggest artists in the game, numbers-wise, in the past 2-3 years. He's been at this for 10 years. Just an example.
So one thing I will say, though, a lot of people confuse consistency. Well, let me say that. They implement consistency, but they don't give the quality.
Right.
And I think we talked about that the last episode a little bit, but I'm sorry, I got to remind y'all, because I don't like to see it. I don't like to see people just put out anything and say, well, I'm just being consistent. I got to stay on it. I got to stay on it. No, what you need to do is tighten up. What you need to do is make sure that your videos are on point, your photos are on point, make sure that your songs are on point, make sure all of your business is handled. That's the kind of consistency you want to see. So if that means you're consistently putting out something every month versus every week, then that's what it is. So that people, when they see you, they see quality. They see, oh, he's on his A game. She's on her A game. Anytime that they see you and your brand, it's definitely a direct reflection on the team that's behind you. So, Queen, if you wouldn't mind, talk a little bit about the independent role there. Like, I see that a lot with a lot of independent artists that are just getting started or really trying to get their feet in the game.
Yeah, just kind of to branch off what you were saying, because that's what I was thinking. When it comes to consistency, what I see a lot of just constantly having to just put. And an advice that I kind of give artists is it's not about the quantity of music that you have out there or videos or BTS or whatever have been, but it's the quality. It's what makes you stand out from everyone else. So like you said, if it takes, you're putting out content every month, you rather someone see the consistency and growth than just someone seeing a consistent mess. For like
right.
A better
Ooh, I love it. She said, I want to see a consistent mess. Yes, thank you. Mic drop. So no, it's the truth, y'all know it. Like, and it's not to, yeah, it's not to make anybody feel bad. It's just we're here to help you. That's the whole purpose of this show, and why each and every one of us on here are in position. Even Kid Lee, like, she's one of the most how can I put it, mature artists, young artists that I've seen in a long time, in the aspect that she knows how to take criticism, she knows how to take sound counsel, she knows how to hold herself to the fire, so to speak, so that when it's time to perform, she's going to give everything and she's not going to make excuses for it. You know, so that's what we're here to do, is to help you and to kind of open doors and open your eyes at the same time. So guys, I know we also, since we have Barry Clark Photography on, we're going to jump into that in just a little bit and talk about the visual aspect. But before we go there, I would love to talk about budgets. I would love to touch on the scary word for so many people. And again, it's not just for artists, it's for any brand, anybody that wants to make a name for themselves. You have to have a budget. You have to have a plan for that as well. So you can't just say, well, I got money, you know, I'm going to do this. No, you have to have a plan in place and figure out what it's going to take, where you want to be and what it's going to take to get there. And please understand that you do have to pay for the things that you want. You know, it's not going to be handed to you. Anybody want to speak on that a little bit? I'm not going to run my mouth too much about it because y'all know how I feel.
Someone going? Okay. I'll start a little bit about budget. Budget is kind of one of the top things that I kind of start with when I speak with artists before we even kind of go further. And sometimes you can have all these great ideas, but it doesn't match your budget. So it's really good to scale back and allow it to make sense based off your budget, not off of what you see someone else is doing, or fees and things like what everyone else is doing, like where you are today, because you can get there. You can get there off $1, but you have to budget around your lifestyle, not the next person and how they got to where they're going. And you have to be humble to that. Like, but you really have to have a budget. You can't come to nobody and be like, I got all this music in. Okay, but you don't have anything to put behind it, and you don't want to take time to build that money, you know, take that time to do whatever it is. If you got to get a job, or if you got to do a side hustle, or if you have to start, you know, another business to fund your career, you know, things of that nature.
Well said. Anybody else want to take that?
I think you should actually have money before you even come to anybody to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you should already expect to pay.
Even before they get to you, like, it should be, hey, I got $300. What can we do? Like, nothing. Like, we can go record some more songs, but you know, I mean, I just feel like with me, as when I first started producing, I worked a regular job. Like, I saved my money for probably maybe like a year and a half before I actually quit, and was like, hey, this is what I'm gonna do full time, and I'm not gonna worry about what I gotta do because I got this little nest egg. But like I said, if you're gonna do it full time, which is you trying to be an artist full time, you're gonna have to work a job. Like, I got artists that we have right now that's on our label that work a 9 to 5, and they still go to the studio. But you can't, if you don't have something where somebody's gonna give you a deal to where you can do it 100%. You shouldn't even be, you know, that shouldn't even be a thought process. Like, you should already have a job where you have, hey, this is what I can spend for my paycheck this week, you know, and just start from there. But like, you gotta have a savings to even do this. If you're gonna do it full time, because like what you're saying, if you're gonna do it, come to you and they serious about doing it, you're gonna do it full time, it got to be thought out, well thought out. Because you could go homeless trying to do something like that.
Most stuff. And so let's talk about what goes into that budget. When you want to sit down and map out your budget, you have to look at those things that are going to be included in that. So, for instance, you have your visual art. Okay, that includes your cover. Uh-oh.
Oh, that's me. Sorry about that.
You're good. You have your cover art for your music. That goes for the singles or for the albums or mixtapes or whatever. You have to be able to pay for that, the graphic design. You have to make sure you have if you don't have a logo, you should have a logo before you come to somebody. But if you don't, then you have to make sure you have that in place if you're starting from the development aspect. You have to have someone to take care of your videos. That's a whole separate thing. You have to have a photographer to get your pictures together, not just for your brand, but behind the scenes photos, when you're out at events, when you are doing interviews, when you're doing appearances, whatever it may be, you need to have a cameraman with you at all times. To be honest with you, when you're out representing yourself as an artist, you should have someone there to capture it. Because I don't remember who said it recently, but it's something that I've always known. They said if you didn't catch it on camera, it didn't happen. And so, yeah, I definitely, I wish I remember who said that, but that was something that was key. I heard the other day. So you have to have a good videographer, and a lot of times you may have to have multiple, because everybody's not going to be available unless you have a budget to hire them full time to be there for you at all times. Now there's situations, to be real about it, you might be able to create those type of alliances and partnerships with the good visual person for you, to where maybe you can say, you know what, I don't have a huge budget to pay you everything up front, but here's a Trey, you already know where I'm going with this, because you talked to me about this recently. Like, some artists work out situations where they have an agreement. They say, you know what, I'll get you at this point in time, or let's work together and we can break down the percentages later. But it does have to make sense. People still need to be paid for their work at the end of the day, somehow, some way. Yes.
Oh yeah, of course. You definitely do. I mean, like I don't know, it kind of looked like it, like back in the day how they had like the barter system. Like you can always work with somebody if they got something to work with. You know what I'm saying? Like if you got something to bring to the table that they need, vice versa, but you got to get paid. Everybody got to get, that's the name of the game. You got to get paid at the end of the day. So yeah, I do definitely agree with you on that.
Since everybody on here, see they're gonna tell you the positive. I'm all positive devil's advocate. I want to go ahead, and everybody knows me, DJ Nothing Nice. Make sure you take care of all your people. Pay them with a hotel, with money, with kindness, because they don't have to be there. They're there to make sure your brand is number one. You understand what I'm saying? So that's DJ Nothing Nice, the devil's advocate. I'm gonna let them do the nice part. Okay. I'm gonna let you know. You got, like, and I said it before in the last time when we had this conference. You'll pay your bills on time. You don't want your lights to get cut off, pay your photographer, pay your engineer, pay your producer on time and in advance too. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say that too, because it is 2022. You know what I'm saying? Y'all get stimuluses and all that stuff like that. That's just, I'm letting them go, Liz. I'm letting them go after that. I'm the realist. This is the DJ of the night. You know what I'm saying? This is the one that's I'm not gonna hold your hand like that. They might, but I'm not gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? So you can put all the blame on me. Everybody else is good. Okay, put the blame on me. But yes, take care of them. Take care of your people, man. Take care of the ones that's trying to make sure you're the celebrity that you're supposed to be and the best person you're supposed to be. You know what I mean? The behind the scenes are always going to be the ones that's going to take care of you. Trust and believe that. So I'm done. I'm done with that. There you go.
Hey, but that's the truth though. And yeah, so so those are just a few of the things. So let's just say from an independent perspective, because when we start out, most of the time you're not going to start out with a major deal. Okay. And if you do jump into a major deal, you're probably going to get majorly screwed. So let's look at what it really takes. So we got, what do we say? We got the visual, we got someone that's going to do the graphic design, your logos, your cover art, your website, graphics, all that stuff. You got somebody's got to build your website. Okay. If you don't know how to do it yourself, and a lot of times we try to do it ourselves and we get right. Either won't turn out right, or we overwork ourselves and we're stretched too thin because we're trying to do every role. So so you got your visual art for your graphics, you got your website, web design, web maintenance, you have your photographer, you have your videographer, you have your social media manager, you have your content creator. Okay, because there's a difference behind a social media manager and a content creator, because you got someone that writes the blogs, someone that puts together the graphics for the social media, and then you have someone that simply makes sure that the posts are in rotation, someone that makes sure that the events are scheduled and the lives are going and everything like that. There is a difference. And then you have your publicist. Okay, so someone that's going to get you into the media outlets, get you into places where you can shake hands with the right people to make you look the way you need to. Okay, you have, and the publicist also touches on the opportunities and appearances that you may have a lot of times, and making sure that your image looks good. If you got a lot of issues and stuff in your background, they clean that up. They make you, they basically bring your dream to life in that sense. And then so you step outside of the PR aspect, then you have your marketing team. Again, there is a difference. Your marketing team is a whole different ballgame. Marketing can go in so many directions. You might have marketing as simple as an email blast. You might have a text blast. You might have a social media blast. You might have radio ads. Those are all separate things. You have billboards. That's thousands of dollars in both directions there. You have your TV commercials and let's see what else. Street team, someone to physically get out there and we still need a physical presence. You can't just rely on social media and digital. So you still need someone to get out there and go from place to place and make sure that you have some type of presence, whether it's a poster, whether it's some promotional materials, t-shirts or whatever. So as you can see, this list is getting longer and longer and longer. Okay.
You keep going. You keep going.
I was ready to
Right.
get longer and longer.
So
I mean,
we had the list
the
attached.
first team?
Attached to this, we had the list attached.
That list going to the flow.
yeah, because this is what it takes. And people think that it's supposed to be, they're entitled. They think it's supposed to be given to them. Okay. And all of these things take thousands of dollars, literally, for most of what I'm talking about is thousands of dollars for each thing. Okay. And so then you go to your studio. Okay. You need to have your engineer. You got to have your producer that produces the beats for you. You got to have someone, if that studio is just recording you, then you might have to send it off for mixing and mastering. Okay. That's a whole nother thing, unless you know how to do it yourself. But again, everybody's not Kid Leak, So, so at the end of the day, you're going to have to put that money in, put that time in. Let's go to let's see.
Registries, publishing.
Oh, yes, that's so.
Registering.
Distribution,
Yes.
registering
Get
your
music
content,
out there.
music, trademarking all your stuff. And then you have to have someone that acts as your booking agent once you get to that point. Again, I stress once you get to that point, because you're not going to be paid for something until you're worth something. Okay.
I don't think you should have said that one, because somebody now you about to have people out here tomorrow trying to find a booking agent. That ain't really,
but that goes for manager as well. Attach that same message as a manager. When going out there, everybody's feeling they need a manager because they have music. You have to have something to manage.
Right.
So it's starting to come out now. Come on out here.
Can you say that again? Can you repeat that one more time?
Getting hot. My time. Thank
you. Oh, and we can't forget. So we have hiphopvibe.com on here. You need bloggers, okay?
Yes.
When you start to go into those placements, magazines, blogs, different outlets, you gotta pay for those things. Like now, if you're buzzing and they see that, go ahead.
Even the playlist, not just the blogs, like the playlist too. Like there's people that run around that they got the plugs on all the playlists. So
everybody got the playlist plugs, right?
Man.
Yeah.
The thing is too, and also keep this in mind, we're all connected.
Yeah.
So it's like you do something dirty over here, it's gonna be talked about, and we know you before you come.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. And so
that's called blacklisted. Getting blacklisted.
Yes.
Blacklisted. I'll say it for you.
And check this out, y'all. Check this out. So since we're talking about the blogs and all that stuff, right? You got to get into those outlets and be able to jump on there. Those prices aren't cheap all the time. You might have to pay anywhere from a few hundred to a few thousand, depending on what outlet, because people like, that's cool. I see your little status, your little buzz, but run me my money, And so at the end of the day, they invest into their platform. So they want to recoup that money and they understand the worth of their exposure. Let's even look into what it takes. We didn't even break down the visual side of things. So when you want to go shoot a video, guess what you got to do? You got to have your wardrobe, your stylist. You got to have the venue that you're going to use. If you're renting the production studio or whatever, you got to have somebody that's working the music. Like everybody has to be in place for you. You got to have your models, your actors. What?
That's an expensive video already. Shoot.
Yeah. And then if you're throwing in your merchandise, and then it's just
But a
you got your
warehouse.
flyers, you got your tickets.
Right.
And then if you want to look good, guess what you got to do? You got to invest in your clothes and your stylist. You got to have your jewelry. Your ice got to be on point. You know, whether you rent it or you own it. You know, you gotta have it on point if you want to get that look across, or you can keep it real and be the keep it real artist. You know, that might be the route for some people. But yeah.
I don't know. I'm gonna just say this: as an artist, do not fake it till you make it. Do not.
You can't keep up. You're not gonna be able to keep up.
Cause like you gonna think you faking it where you live, and then you gonna go around some people that really got some stuff. You're gonna be like very embarrassed. Very embarrassed.
And then you get taxed even more. I mean, that's the worst part of it. They look at what you got and assume you got a bigger budget.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And on top of that, you spend all that money. But if you spend all that money and then we'll just say you're going to the venue, you're going to do a show, and you don't have your stage presence together, or you don't have, the things that you need, you just spend all that money to look good on the stage, and no one pays you no attention.
Right.
Yeah. Hey, look, the fire. If you do any fire on the stage, that's $15,000 for the fire. So what that says.
Yeah.
You do it. You see anybody doing fire on the stage, they spend $15,000. Just know that.
See? So
depending on how big the fire is, it could be more. So.
But no, they made sure that everything was in order and on point when it came to performing, their sound, their music. They understood everything was on point before they spent that amount of money to bring their show live.
Oh yeah, I mean, once you get to that stage, it's kind of you kind of know who you are, and you just know what you need on that stage. So I don't plan on seeing no artists kind of like what we kind of cater to. It might be an artist coming up or just starting. Like I don't see them on stage with no fire, because I'm gonna be like, hey, I'm gonna have to pull them to the side. Like, I don't really think that's in your budget. Like you could be spending that on a studio at the house. Like that's what I tell my artists. Like whenever they get their money, the first thing they should get is pay your rent up for a year, build you a studio in your house. Now you done cut costs. You cutting costs versus making more bills.
Yeah. Right.
So, while we have Mr. Barry Clark on, can you talk to us a little bit about your experiences working, on the visual side of things, and how important it is to have that visual aspect to your brand?
Yeah, you can hear me? So I just changed my mic. All right, yeah, especially with the visual. And the reason why I say that, especially like if you, even from like an artist perspective, but I can just talk from my experience, like again, like just doing headshots, for example. That right there could be a game stopper as far as, when right now everything is visual, as far as like getting a job. They want, you gotta have that face showing or something, you know what I'm saying? And it gotta be quality. You can use your iPhone, that's cool and all, but at the same time, depending on the job you want. So with that being played over to, as far as like an artist on that real big screen, you got to be on point. I mean, because you got a lot of people that's, like you said before, you got to be able to stand out. And if you look like you're not trying to get money, and you got to be able to spend, you know what I'm saying? And with that saying, you got to have some decent quality. I mean, you can spend money and then still get a BS photographer. But at the same time, you just got to, it's an investment at the end of the day. Same thing with the videos. It's an investment. Everything now is visual, especially as we continue to go along. It shows that everything is, that's another thing too, is the time. How you want to say it? I don't know. I can't really talk on the artist portion. All I can talk as far as being a photographer and from the graphic design and perspective. So I can't really, I don't know how my stuff will cross over to what I want to do.
Because you see, your vision, because you see it through the lens, you know what I'm saying? So your perspective for the artist or whoever, it don't even have to be an artist. It can be, you know what I'm saying, whoever is investing their money into what you do, you know what I'm saying? So it's it's like I have a painting, you know what I'm saying? It's like, all right, this is my painting and I'm telling you, and you paint it, you know what I'm saying? That's what you're doing for the artist. That's what you're doing for all of us, you know what I'm saying? And anybody that's behind the scenes and pushing that on that. That's why it's very important to pay your people.
Thank you.
Treat
And
them
also
nice.
too,
You know what I'm saying? Treat them, listen,
and I'm glad you
treat
said.
them nice. Go ahead. Go ahead.
And I'm glad you said that because that's what I wanted to throw out there. And this is just a jewel to photographers, creators out there. Continue to build, man, and get out there and get them. Don't be ashamed to get out there and get them real credentials. You heard me? It's cool to do the YouTube guide and all. Like me, I mean, I'm ready to turn 50 this year, but I'm still in there building. You know what I'm saying? I'm taking a course for getting a degree, not really a degree, but getting certified in the graphic design with Full Sail. You know what I'm saying? With that being on, I did not know. You know about Full Sail. You know what I'm saying?
Go ahead.
You know, but you know what I'm saying. But continue to build on your craft. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the only way you're gonna be able to pop out. And you start mentoring. You start getting a whole different. You get another crowd out there too. That's on your side. Another outlet that you could bring stuff in. You know what I'm saying? Not just that little circle that we sitting in. Sometimes you grabbing somebody from somewhere else. You know about Full Sail. You know what I'm saying? So that's yeah.
It's not just stick up there. I had to put some pins when I got there. So
they the truth, huh? They the truth.
Go to school. Go to school.
Yeah.
Can I add something on the investment part?
Go ahead.
So just to put out there, and I know we're talking a lot about investing into your career, money wise. I did want to say that, like, it's be mindful too. Like, educate yourself. Like, do the research. Don't just say, "Hey, I was listening to people and they said invest your money," and you go and put all this money into a videographer who has nothing out. You know, who doesn't have anything that's in line with what you're doing. You're just putting your money out there. So do your homework, do your research. And even if you do come across, learn how to build relationships and negotiate, help them see things that they may not. They may be charging you $500, but do your homework first and then come back to them and say, well, you know, I checked you out and I seen this, and they may not have no music videos up, but you still may give them a chance, but we're not going to pay you $500. So no, you know, really do your homework. Don't just start investing your money because that can hurt you in the long run.
Right.
Yeah.
Very much.
Yeah, I think that you have to know who you're dealing with. There's this thing too that a lot of artists, a lot of people, not, and again, let me not just say artists, people that again are trying to brand themselves, that have a business, or if they're a model, entertainer, they're athlete, whatever. You have to know who you're dealing with. If you're going to somebody that's just getting started, needs to build their portfolio, you know, for the visual side or for whatever it is that you're going to them for, then okay, then maybe you can work with them, barter on the cost or what have you, negotiate it to where it makes sense. But please don't go to somebody who's the top of the game and say, you know, oh, I got $300. What can you do for me? They're gonna be like, I can give you a tip for $300. Come back to me when you get more money.
Yeah.
You know?
That 300 real quick for that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Just for that
I'm
tip.
talking to you for the $300 right now. Talking to you right now.
And you know what? I just want to, can I just touch on one thing with that? That kid, she said, she shared. The thing is, and that's another thing within this game. And I'll say again, because it's a big game. Because if you don't know how to play the game, you're gonna get played. But straight up, like real talk, you know. But when you're doing this and you're in this journey, make sure you never give up your morals or your standards. You know what I mean? Just to get a quick buck. You know what I mean? Because in the long term, you're gonna regret it. You know what I'm saying? The money money always looks good. You know what I'm saying? Money, we all need money. You know what I'm saying? We all got to pay bills. We all got it. But the bigger bills you create, the more you got to pay. You know what I'm saying? And if you want to take certain deals and do certain things, just know there's gonna be some sacrifices, some things you're gonna be involved in that you would never have to do it if you didn't give up your morals and standards. So that's just a little, because we definitely want to make sure we state that. You know what I mean? Because people are like, I'll do whatever. You know what I'm saying? And unfortunately,
His face just looked crazy just now. He was like, whoa.
Listen, listen, bro. I don't want you to do the Marvin Gaye thing. You know what I'm saying? I don't want you to end up, but seriously, on a serious note, though, like for real, if you feel that what they say, that little spider sense tingling, you're like, I don't know if I'm supposed to be. 9 times out of 10, that's going against what you know what I'm saying? Even if you like, my mom raised me like this, even if you're trying to be rebellious or go against the whole world, if you're the, you know what I'm saying, just trying to go against the whole world, not give a, whatever. Still, when you feel that, hey man, just go listen to your higher power, whatever you believe in, whoever your faith, whatever you believe in, because it's gonna help you in the
right
long
there.
run.
What you just said.
It's gonna help you. It's gonna help you in the long run. It's gonna help you. And just build your relationships and be humble. Just be humble. That's all you gotta do. You're gonna have a lot of fun. You're gonna have a lot of fun if you be humble. Trust me. Be humble. If you be humble, you're gonna have a lot of fun. You're gonna have a lot. I gotta say that. A lot of fun. I'm just gonna leave it there. Okay? You're just gonna have a lot of fun. Okay.
And don't race. It's
no.
In the finish line. In the industry, in the music, as an artist, there's no finish line. Unless you set one for yourself, there's no finish line. So don't race and I gotta get the hottest, or I just see somebody do this. I'm telling you, you stand out more when you are in your zone. When you really understand what you're doing and you've got the strategy and it's working for you, you get more. There's no finish line to run to. Don't beat yourself up to run to a finish line. Save that beat up for something, more valuable.
Yes. Okay, guys. So I know we got I got the show running until 8:30 tonight, but if we want, if y'all gotta go, let me know. But before we go further, I actually had a couple things. I've got one surprise for y'all. I definitely want Trey. I know Trey's got some exclusive news to talk about a little bit, just a little bit.
Look, that's why I've been looking down the whole time. They've been texting me, man, I ain't sit down yet. I was like, well, you need to sit down. I had 2 of the EBF artists to get signed to a deal in the same day. So to the same way.
Okay.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
We still gotta have appreciate it. We still gotta have the EBF meet, so I don't want to say who yet, but I'm gonna actually post it on social media everywhere,
Okay, all right, okay, player.
That's what's up.
Man,
Congratulations.
It took I got the contracts for them maybe a month ago. I kind of piggyback on what you said, don't run and sell yourself short, because me dealing with 2 different artists and I'm trying to tell them hey, make sure this is in black and white. Make sure this is in black and white. And it's trying to push them hey, bro, I had one artist that he just lost his job. So he brings the contract back and I'm hey, let me call them, make sure everything's right. We got everything straight today. They signed it. So they excited we ready to work.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Congratulations, bro.
Glad to hear that.
So shout out to EBM, shout out to the team. Trey, you be on it 24/7, getting on my nerves.
Hey, it be worth the headache though, man. Cause I don't really take a time off because I produce too. So me producing and then managing six artists too, it's a lot. But that's what I signed up for.
Hey.
Yes. We love it. So Kid Lee, I already know you're probably gonna look at me crazy, but it's okay. You're gonna love me anyway. So what I would love for you to do, I know you got a verse or something, just a little something. If it's just something you already wrote, something that other people haven't heard yet, or you can spit something that you already put out. So just give everybody a little sample, just a little bit of who you are.
Okay, something I'll do. All right. Look, can't crash, even when they treat me like a doormat. I be feeling like I got nobody on my side, even at the little place I was born at. Wondering, should I record that? I'm too embarrassed, should I hold that? I'm looking around in my generation while they snoop around to find more facts. Snoop around trying to find purpose, find everything but the real truth. Everything but the right thing, then they shout it out, they call it real news. Talk about how the money coming, how they idolizing, and it's real too. I've been seeing since middle school how this world been moving around pitiful. Watch your back too comfortable can make a lot of people turn spiteful. I'ma do my little moonwalk out of your life like I was Michael.
Yeah.
Nice.
Educate.
Yeah.
Thank you. You know, this wasn't a paid show. I'm just knowing. Yeah, that was dope, Kid Lee. Like
Yeah.
we honestly love you, like your talent, your humbleness.
Man,
And you're
that's the female J. Cole, man. What you talking about? That's the
But
female J.
King
Cole.
Cole stayed in my mind too. Like it's a little like
Yeah.
yeah, this is
We need that. We need that. Yeah.
see, Lee, we love you.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and hit you. I'll go ahead and hit you with one of the. I'll go ahead and hit you with one of the. You know, the. There you go. There you go. Hit you with one of them little old boy joints. You know what I'm saying? There you go. You know what I'm saying? There you go. Right there. Hit you with the old boy. You know, get you in there. Oh boy.
Oh my gosh. So Lee, is there anything that you want to talk about that you've experienced over time, or something that you're thinking about what's coming up for the future? Let's give you the floor.
I can talk about how I have a music video coming out for my single Jumpin', dropping an EP in March with 5 songs. And yeah.
Okay. All of y'all independent artists, y'all can learn from Kate Lee. She just did a nice little shameless plug right there, which is what she's supposed to do. You know, and she deflected against my question. I was like, you want to talk about? Yeah, I do want to talk about the fact that I got a new video coming out.
Yes.
That's the politics, baby. That's that, that's that politics now. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Look,
Smooth with it.
that's a jewel of the game, guys. If you're ever in an interview with somebody's like, so we heard you got 2 baby daddies, and we also heard that you just got, you know, you're dealing with tax evasion. They'll be like, what you want to talk about anything? Yeah, I want to talk about my album dropping next week. You know?
Yes.
I got this special my
Let's
photography.
redirect that energy.
Well, 50% off.
Right.
You heard?
Go ahead and get that money. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so I think that
That's
like
nice.
I said, yeah, like, but people can really learn though. Like honestly, Hilly, like that's why I was drawn to working with you, is because like I said, your humbleness and your age combined with your talent is really the winning combination. I think that people get a little too arrogant too quick a lot of times. They start to really feel themselves, and it's like, no, stay hungry, stay humble, you know, stay happy. That's how I look at it, you know. Yeah.
Stay working.
Yes. Don't stop. Like you said, do not stop.
Yeah.
So
Don't get too
nice.
like, especially like when support, because it's gonna keep growing. Don't stop. You know what I'm saying? Don't get to that point where it's like, oh, a lot of people noticing me. You just kind of get complacent. Like, no. That means you're
boy, they say that. I hear that a lot.
That's why I said it.
So
I want to line I hate right here though. Hey man, they want to know when I'm coming out. What's up? Who is they?
Call me. Tell them to call me, please. That's what I say.
Y'all don't know that's the imaginary fan base.
I need to.
And they done got like 5 likes more than what they normally get. Like
all 3 of them.
So,
I need first and last names of these people. Who was that?
So Nothing Nice, I want you to kind of touch on the radio side of things. Let's talk about how long it takes to actually get your music on the radio. Like, what's the real story?
Okay, so that depends on the scale of or types of radio you deal with. You know what I'm saying? If you have your internet, you have your college, you have your FM, AM, and then if you have the egos, you know, if you have that's another story. If you have egos that you deal with people, but it just depends. Like for real, like most independent and most like you said earlier with the playlist. You know what I'm saying? A lot of radio stations, a lot of DJs are going off on all these playlists now. Especially us with top 40 radio stations. We go to all kinds of like playlists. You know what I'm saying? I do a lot of Spotify and Apple and all that stuff. So like even though the record pools are good, because and they're supposed to be, I don't know what's happening with that as far as them trying to fade away, because recently had the owner of Franchise Record Pool on there about, I think it was like last year, December, something like that. And he was saying that what the three record labels are doing now is if you have permission to use the artist's music, they're suing you. You know what I mean? And if you don't have permission, they're suing you. So it's a lot of different things. And that just going off a lot of things that's happening with the artists right now, because what they're trying to do is, I'm a Grammy member as well. So what they're trying to do on the district advocate side for artists and the different laws that's in Congress right now, trying to make sure the artists get paid more money. So when it's involving the artist getting paid more money, there's a lot of different laws and a lot of different regulations with a lot of different people in certain levels from radio. You know what I'm saying? So they're trying to change it to where the radio station have to pay the artists more now, and the radio stations, some of them are trying to stop that. Truth be told. So when it comes to that, it's just a relationship. You know what I'm saying? You like Liz can send me something, you know what I'm saying, from Kidley. I'm like, yo, nice, they dropped that in there. I'm like, okay, give me the DJ pack, and I drop it in there. Then you got some, they got to go through the channels. And it's going to be hot for our format, because some radio stations won't play certain music, you know what I'm saying, based on their format. You know what I mean? If it's hip hop, some top 40 radio stations might play it. Some, of course, rock stations won't play it. You know what I'm saying? It just depends on the format of the music, your relationship. And if it comes down to, like, really, truly, it's some, and I will say this, when it comes to radio, a lot of it is political, you know what I mean? But it's based off your relationship. You hear me saying that a lot of times, relationships, because it is based on that, really. You know, how long it takes, it depends on a lot of different things. Now, there is a lot of factors that's been going on for years but it's not really supposed to be legal. It's called payola. You know what I'm saying? It's been going on for years. And that's another thing that they're working on with the lawsuits for these different record labels. You know what I'm saying? Because listen, they're suing millions right now. You know what I'm saying? Because if you notice, a lot of these major artists are selling their royalties, because you have to understand it costs to have royalties. You have to pay taxes on royalties. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to that, it's a lot of different factors when it's dealing with this music. So it's very important to hit all levels of radio, all levels. You know what I mean? Because right now, the way it is right now, FM and AM are good. You know what I'm saying? But there's colleges, there's internet, all these internet radio stations, man, you can go platinum just like that, you know, especially if they're registered, you know, and I know a few people know, you know what I'm saying? If your stuff's registered, listen, man, Spotify, all these other places, you know what I'm saying? Whatever that's out, all the outlets are right now, man. Radio is good. Radio is always going to be good. It's always going to be there. But at the same time, too, there's other avenues and other, you know, internet radio stations and other, you know, college radio stations. So it's just a level of who you're trying to put it to. What's your plan of action? What's your budget? You know what I'm saying? Because you can take over all the college radio stations and be good. You know what I'm saying? You can take over these internet radio stations that's registered and be touring like a mug. You know what I'm saying? You be killing it. You know what I'm saying? And then the majors will be like, oh, who are you? You know, wait, hold up. Let me see what that is. You know what I'm saying? Because listen, remember, it always starts with the streets. You know what I'm saying? It always starts in the streets. It always starts it starts with us listening to it. Oh man, that's all right. Then guess what? 9 times out of 10, when you go out, hey man, you got that? Hey, and then DJ play. The DJ's supposed to break records. Supposed to break records. Supposed to. You know, that's another story. But yeah, man. So is this the level of your networking, man? Your networking as far as the levels, how it goes. Because like I said, man, you hit college radios, you hit internet radio stations. I mean, FM and all them, they're gonna pick it up. Trust and believe that, because they want to know what's hot. Trust and believe that. Trust that. You know what I'm saying? And plus, they know who's hot. You know what I'm saying? They're just waiting to see your consistency. If you're willing to bubble, if you're willing to put in the work, you know what I'm saying? If you're willing to go and perform at your open mics when there's 2 people there, you know what I mean? Is your same performance going to be at their open mic as it is when you go on tour? You know what I'm saying? Or you come to the radio station, because, you know, the Breakfast Club and all them, they make money off of that. People come up there, you know what I'm saying? Or they pay, sometimes they pay, sometimes they pay. It's like dependent, you know? So yeah, I'm just saying, you know, being real, but when it comes to radio, it just depends on your level, what level you're at, how fast you, now, if you, and I'm not knocking anybody how they do it, paying money to, you know, get past the line and all that stuff. And I don't know where it leads to. I don't know where it goes. I'm not a part of none of that. I'm not going to bash nobody for their hustle, their grind, but just make sure anything, like she said, like Queen said earlier, you know, anything you put your money into, make sure it's legit, make sure it's legal, and make sure you're getting the best benefit from it. And that includes radio. You know what I mean? So that's all I can say about that when it comes to like how long. But if you have a relationship, hey man, they should be able to drop that in right up in the system. Oh, I got it. Boom. You know, So it just depends on that. So I know I said a mouthful, but
No, it's all good information. Thank you so much. And another jewel of the game. I think I mentioned it the last show, but I'm going to reiterate it even if I didn't. There's other options. So say if you are having trouble breaking through, you don't have anybody or don't have a manager to help push you to the radio. You can get started on your own, find creative ways to do it. Maybe invest in producing some commercials. Maybe you have this is something somebody showed me that's no longer with us right now, but definitely a very respectable person. They taught me a little bit about how to navigate that avenue to maybe doing something. If you're doing a community event, or if you're doing, you're helping to promote something that's going on, regardless of what it's for, maybe have a little snippet of your song in the background while you're doing the advertisement. So that's a legal way to get yourself heard. Just make sure that people know how to reach you, via that information too. But the key is to have your name heard so that you can brand yourself, or have your website heard so that you can brand yourself. All you need is that frequency. Yes.
yeah, put your stamp. I'm just saying. Photographers, because photographers know people, what I'm saying, they work on movies and things like that, what I'm saying. Your producers, they know people that can get plugs in for the plug for all the, what I'm saying, for the playlist. Come on, man, it's like outside the box, bro. Outside the box.
Trey, can you talk a little bit about the other platforms like Twitch and how you can brand yourself that way and get your stuff heard?
That's kind of, because it's something I kind of just got into and I kind of like it. But like some of the artists that's out, like I know T Grizzly, YBN, Almighty, Chief Keef, they basically do like RP gaming, which is like role playing gaming, like on Grand Theft Auto. But they play their music in the game, like their music played during the game. Like, how you'll play a game and it might be a radio station. They'll put their music on the radio. So it's promoting it and you're bringing more fans, and that's another revenue of money as well. Like, that's kind of something I'm working on right now with EBF. I'm actually about to do a GTA EBF server. So people will be able to come on there, and it's kind of like the metaverse early, like kind of similar to what everybody's doing. So
yeah, but
it's actually to generate money because you can stream off of Twitch off of the server. So, and basically people give you donations. It's different. Like I said, there's different ones.
Fire.
Twitch ain't the only one. There's so many different ones out here. Like Twitch is just like the most well known.
Yeah.
So, it's definitely a good, I don't see anything anything that gets you out as far as publicity is a good tool. It could be something that just started. It could be something that's been going on for a while, but if it can get you 20 new fans, 25 a month, and you can build off of that, that's another platform for you that you can't turn away from it. You got to use as a coming up artist, you have to use every platform possible.
All right. Thank you. And so I wanted to give everybody an opportunity to share a jewel of the game, something that came to their mind or something that they've, used to get to where they're at today. And then I want the guys to kind of go back and tell a little bit about the position that you hold and, your background there. But we'll start. Anybody can start if you want to jump in and just share a jewel of the game that you have for everybody tonight.
I'll start. So we've dropped so many jewels tonight, but one that really helped me would be just being humble, just to be humble and patient and really educate yourself. Like I said, I started my company in August of last year, and a lot of what I've learned, I had some experience as far as I was a host on a radio show in Atlanta on Highly Unique Radio. And then I was a head A&R for an independent record label out in Vegas. But even with those things, it was all just a learning curve. So, which inspired me to branch out on my own. And once I did that, I was on my own. So that's where I bumped into a lot of walls. And I started to understand that this was this is really like a game of chess. Like that's kind of why I call myself queen. I make those moves for you. But so just really educate yourself and surround yourself around people that their vision is in line. You don't want to surround yourself around people who what they have doesn't even have anything with what you have. And it's okay to separate yourself from those that don't support you. That's not personal, it's business. So understanding who you are in the business, it's not about personal. And they'll find their way, whoever takes it personal. But kind of, I think I dropped a lot of little jewels. But my biggest thing is just really being humble and being mindful. Because when I first jumped into it, I was like, oh, I need a team, I need a team, I need a team. And I looked easily approachable. So, you get burnt like that.
All right, thank you. All right, who's next?
I'll go. Yeah, so for me, it's just understanding who you are before you make any moves. Understanding your own motivations before you have other people roped into whatever it is that you're, trying to do or going to do. Once you figure out that, you become unstoppable, in my opinion. And just with me over the past few years, like I've managed to get more done in the past 2 years than what I did in like the previous 7. And I thought I was really making moves back then, but just by sitting here and just kind of like tearing everything down and just going through that self-exploration, I was able to come back 20 times stronger. And I believe that would help anyone just to figure out what's really motivating them before they do it for the wrong reasons. You always burn out that way. Yeah, that's all.
Okay, thank you. All right, who's next?
I'll go next. I'm gonna say trust the process. That's my jewel of the night.
Yes.
Trust the process.
Yes.
Yes.
Like I had like the two artists that I actually got signed. They are one of the two that nobody, like, people kind of like overlooked. You know what I'm saying? Like by being so many, they kind of were overlooked, but they trusted the process, and like I said, they where they want to be right now. So I mean, that's all I could. That's pretty much mine, is just trust the process. Like when you think it's not a process, it's the process. Just trust it. Keep going.
All right.
I'll go. Mine would probably have to be having faith in what you do. Don't doubt you, because a lot of doubt can slow you down from what you're supposed to be doing in your life and your purpose.
That's great. That's a great one.
Yes.
All right, we got DJ Nothing Nice.
Okay, I go. I would say consistency. Learn the levels of consistency, because there's different levels of it. And what I mean by is we all know that there's different quarters in the industry, slower, faster, up, down. Your level of consistency is not nobody else's level. You know what I mean? Like, and consistency meaning it can be first quarter, everybody's booming, boom, 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 boom. You're just coming along. Second quarter, you're coming along. You're consistent with it. You know what I mean? And then when it's time to drop that video, boom, you have all the material you have. You know what I mean? So it's the level of your level of consistency that's going to continue to build up your projects and be the best you can be. You know what I mean? And your level may be, okay, it may be second quarter and everybody's dropping this and doing that. It may be your level to sit back and go get some voice lessons. So learn to do different language because you're working on different projects to be international, because you want to put your stuff into a movie or something. You know what I mean? Because that's the switch in it. So it's just your level of consistency. Just learn the different levels of the consistencies of it. That's all I want to say on that.
Thank you. And last but not least, Barry. I think you're muted.
You can hear me? Okay, you got me now?
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. Yeah, no, I should have got in there early. Everybody took all the good stuff. But mainly staying on focus, and also too being able to keep your head on a swivel, being able to be able to be able to change with the trends, not really change with the trends, but be able to stay with the flow and see it as the trends go, understanding what's the next move going to be already, if you understand what I'm saying. And that's all brought it back into just staying on focus. What's where you really want to be in those, just want to stay on focus and try to stay on track. And that's one of my big things right there, just trying to stay on focus.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. So my jewel is something pretty simple, but it means a lot to me, is your confidence. Being confident in who you are. And I don't just mean, oh yeah, you know who I am. I mean, like when you introduce yourself even. Say for instance, you go into a room or somebody says, hey, there's an A&R right here. I want you to meet so-and-so. They're like, so how long you been doing music? Oh, well, what is it you do? Oh, I'm trying to be an artist, No, you're not trying to be an artist. Oh, well, how long you been in the game? Well, definitely been at it for a little while now. So it's just about the way that you carry yourself. You don't want to seem like you're doubting what you're doing or you're letting someone think that you're just trying it out. You want people to know that I'm here and I'm here to win. I'm not playing with y'all, regardless if you just started yesterday or if you've been at it for 10 years, 20 years. You have to exude that same confidence and a bit of humbleness and humility, as well. So having that perfect balance in your confidence is key. But that's my jewel for tonight. So
I had something really quick. I just got a message and it just made me think of a jewel. So this is the jewel for this message that just came in. Approach is everything. If you want someone to listen to you, what you have to say or what you're bringing, really work on your approach. Do not approach someone you don't know or that you've did your homework and you want to work with yo, or do this for me, or
Right.
Approach is everything. Work on your approach. Carry yourself as a business. Be professional. No one's gonna pay attention when you say, yo, I'm not your homie, I don't know you.
Right. So does anybody have any announcements, anything going on with their company, or just something you want to share?
Man.
No, I know everybody's winning, but
not like that. Not like that. Just trying to make sure.
I got something to share.
Okay.
No, I'm joking.
Oh, yeah.
I was just messing with
Before we jump into that, guys, so I know Barry has to go ahead and go. But thank you so much for being here tonight, being our guest, and sharing your expertise. We appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Yep.
We can't hear you.
There you go. You can hear me now? My bad. I had to bounce. But yeah, thank you for having me on. I just had something just popped off just now, so I gotta bounce. But I want to get everybody information and definitely reach out to you guys, especially my full cell.
Yeah, man. Come on, man. We down here. We down here, Mickey. We down. We are
I'll
down.
get that. All right.
Make sure you tell everybody how they can get in touch with you too. And,
definitely. You can reach me at my website, barryclarkphotography.com. Same thing for my Instagram and on Facebook. I actually got a Valentine's Day shoot going on right now through the 13th. I think it's 125, 65 looks in the studio. So definitely come out, check me out. And I want to start doing every month. So toward the end of the month, I'm gonna do a Mardi Gras backdrop. So I'm gonna have that's pushing. So each month I'm gonna try to do something different. And I'm working with some planners, so they're gonna help me out some stuff. So that's all I got. All right, but yeah, most love to everybody, and thanks.
Be safe. Yep.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. All right, thanks.
Later.
Peace out.
Yep.
All right. Anybody have any other announcements, plugs you want to drop real quick?
Nothing Nice Radio. You know, no, but congratulations, man. Trey, man, congratulations to you, man. And congratulations to
Appreciate
everybody.
that, man. Appreciate it.
I'll also offer you my congratulations as well.
Yeah, and also congratulations on you on the call right here, just dropping your knowledge to people because, you know, people need it. You know what I mean? So just for you to get on here to call us, and I know this is not paying me to say this or anything, just to let you know, she's not saying this is just me. All right, just let y'all know, just to let you know, like, oh, he's catching up to he's a teacher's pet or something. No, I'm not the teacher's pet. No, but seriously, on a serious note, it's great that you guys are, take the time out and just share your experiences because people out here really need to hear, what you're talking about for real, straight up, with respect. That's all.
I appreciate that, man. It definitely is. I enjoy it, man. I enjoy it. Definitely enjoy doing it. Because like you said, people need the knowledge, man. Sometimes you can, there's YouTube, but some people won't even go look. Like when we have, they won't even look in the book. So if somebody's speaking, it'll be easy for them. Some people take it in better, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Yeah. So it's good to have that visual.
Nothing Nice. What's the website?
Just djnothingnice.com, www.djnothingnice.com, DJNOTHINNICE. There you go, .com.
All right. Let's see.
We're relaunching the Roku channel too, the visual. We're relaunching that real soon too. So I'm just trying to get the last little bit because everybody on here, I got to get their separate entities on there. That's later. That's later for the visual.
Oh yeah.
Because I have to have the more haters for you guys. Besides, the ones I got. I can give you some of mine, because I have a lot of them. But I'm sure, so just FYI. So.
Y'all are funny.
Let's come on, man. Yeah, I'm trying to get out of here.
So, let's see. Queen, you have anything you want to drop, any info, announcements, or just want to drop your information?
Well, I do have some announcements. Just recently partnered up with L3 Brand. So that's yeah.
Congratulations.
There you go.
Welcome.
So yeah, I'm super excited. Like I have admired Liz for a while and I've just been supporting and I pop up in different, situations and you know how timing is everything, like timing really is everything. So I'm blessed. I'm excited. And as well as my artist is dropping an EP where I just did my whole rollout plan and marketing and everything. Like I said, I consider myself an autodidact, so I really educate, I dig deep, and I'm really confident in this EP, like really bringing him out. Like a lot of things that I've been doing and the strategies that I've been following, he's slowly been really coming out. People are really starting to notice him. So I have a nice little rollout plan. So I'm excited about it. So we're going to do like an exclusive from the EP dropping on the 11th.
Okay.
Yeah.
So February 11th, the EP's dropping?
February 11th, a single. So we're doing like an exclusive from the EP first, and that's dropping on the 11th. And then we're going to drop the full EP in like March. But
awesome. Well, let us know. Keep us posted on that so we can all support. And let's see, who we missing? Trey, you already gave us your exclusive. You got anything else you want to drop? Any news? Any updates?
No, I just like people to keep people guessing sometimes.
Oh gosh.
Sorry on that player.
I think I said enough tonight, Liz. I can't give everything.
Everything,
right? What I'm gonna say next week,
Liz? I'm just giving you the floor. So, but tell them how to reach you though.
Mine is at Treyday 3REDAY on all platforms.
Cool.
So I didn't tell him. So mine is Queen Quay. A lot of people call it Q, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't offend me. But it's Queen Quay, short for Shaquela. And Queen Quay, everything. Instagram is just Queen Quay _Q dub. That was my first starting out when I was on the radio show. Outside of that, Facebook, Queen Quay, and I do not have my website up yet. So just Facebook, Instagram, and all social media platforms, Queen Quay.
Thank you. Tevin?
Yes, Facebook and Twitter at Hip Hop Vibe 1, Instagram at Hip Hop Vibe TV. And the website is hip-hopvibe.com.
Thank you, Kid Lee.
Instagram is the Kid Lee, THAKIDDLEE. Twitter is Kid Lee _ KIDDLEE _.
All right. And on did you say Facebook too? Facebook
Oh.
just Kid Lee.
Yeah.
All right, and she does have her website as well. There's gonna be. Go ahead.
Officialkidlee.com.
Yeah. So you guys already know how to reach me, but I'm gonna give it to you anyway, because it never hurts to run it into the ground a little bit, sticking your head. That's another jewel. Keep telling people what you're doing. I don't care if you got to promote yourself every day, all day. They're gonna be so irritated, but they're not gonna forget it. So, so frequency, that's the key. L3brand.com, L3brand.com, L3brand.com. I want y'all to make sure y'all log on there. And the social media, there's a lot of different pages, I'm not gonna lie. So the best way to find anything going on the socials is to go to L3brand.com. But you have the Facebook, L3 Brand Live, you have L3 Brand Photography, L3 Brand Community Alliance, that's the nonprofit. You have Instagram, L3 CEO, L3 Brand on Instagram as well. On Twitter, it is L3brand.com, spelled out L3, like the number 3, brand, DOTCOM. Yeah, so that's how y'all can reach. Or you can call 910-491. Hey, thank you,
Pretty good. Make sure you check it out. Yeah, check that thing out. See what you got
He
going
just
on.
showed you the phone number. Thank you. So 910-491-9917. Y'all can call. It is gonna take you to. You have to pick which extension you want to call, or whatever, what to press, and it's gonna direct you with who you need to talk to. Whether you want to book somebody. Oh my gosh, y'all. First of all, I forgot to give my updates. I got a couple minutes here. So let me tell y'all. All right. So we have some of the L3 brand clients you guys may or may not know. We have Mr. Greg Gilmore. Okay, he played in the NFL for the Carolina Panthers, for the Steelers. He's now a free agent. He now also has a nonprofit. He has several business ventures too. I mean, everybody I connect with, we hustle. So Greg Gilmore, make sure y'all follow him. He has a new page on Facebook, actually. So check that out. Let's see. You already know about Kid Lee, the great. She's on the line. She's right here with us right now. We have DJ Nothing Nice. Nothing Nice Radio. hiphopvibe.com. Like, come on. I just want to shout y'all out again real quick, Like this all my people, my team. We got Trey Day. I don't know why he's looking mad right now, but it's okay.
Oh, is this Trey Day Beats? I can give an update on Trey Day Beats.
Go
I
ahead.
actually have a song. I produced a song with Cash Money AP with Summer Walker that will be on her album. So be on the look for that.
Hey,
Okay.
major props to you, man. Congratulations on that.
Yes.
Placements.
We
See, I
love
can't
it.
talk about that when I'm CEO mode. I can't talk about it. L3 brand, I was like, okay, this is my moment right here.
All right. Yeah. So we got Trey Day Beats, let's see. We got 93 Nana. He's got some dope music coming up for y'all. We have the Carolina Predators Arena Football Team and the Carolina Predators Youth League as well. there's a lot coming up with that, guys. There's a drum line and the auxiliary and all that good stuff. So you'll see all that. The first home game is April 10th, 2022 at the Crown Coliseum. Make sure y'all are there. I'll have all the information on how to get tickets and all that good stuff. The first away game is in Mississippi, actually, on March 26th. But on April 10th, put it in your calendars. There's going to be a huge tailgate party with the whole community there. We're going to have a special meet and greet with a surprise artist. I'm not going to put it out there just yet, but they are coming from, some hours away to come and be a part of this event with us. I'm really excited about that. Shout out to the team Eyelash Vision, okay? Shantae, Mimi, all the team. Shout out to Juicy Two Times, Lamar Cole. Love all of y'all. Honestly, everybody's winning, everybody's grinding. Let's see. Who else? Elegant Emeralds dance team. Hold on, y'all. I got too many people. I gotta go right here and make sure I'm not forgetting nobody. Give me 2 seconds. Hold on. Let's see. Southern CC, Tony Brown, shout out to you. Connected Families NC, one of the nonprofits here in Cumberland and Hope County and surrounding areas. Rob Styles Films, film director. He's out in Hollywood in LA, okay? He's definitely been winning, shout out to him for all the awards. He's been getting back-to-back nominations and awards. W.L. Neal and Associates, New Covenant Christian Faith Church Ministries, Hill DeVille team, shout out to y'all. Shout out to Mr. Carl Pringle, Mr. Flip Flop Sauce. I'm sure y'all seen him everywhere. It's all over the shelves everywhere, on TV, on the interviews and all that good stuff. Shout out always Team Michael Williams Jr. Shout out to the whole Michael Williams Jr. team and supporters. Global Media Partnership by L3 Brand. Shout out to everybody that's a part of the media group. King Jones Consulting. Shout out to you. Shout out to Chorus Community Foundation. Let's see, Real Talk TV. Shout out to you. End Zone, Miss Tanya. Oh my gosh, we love you. End Zone Social and Event Venue, and you can't forget End Zone To Go restaurant. That's located right there, 584 South Raleigh Road is where End Zone is located in Fayetteville. Shout out to Miss Kathy Jensen and an Affair to Remember formal wear located off Ramsey Street in Fayetteville. She had an amazing fashion show we just were blessed to be able to cover. Incredible dresses and just an incredible person as well. She's also our mayor pro tem for those that don't know. Let's see, Fayetteville Cumberland County Ministerial Council. Shout out to President Jernigan and everyone on the Ministerial Council. The brunch, the MLK brunch that happens every year has been rescheduled because of the weather concerns that happened back during MLK weekend. That'll be February 21st. You guys will get a chance to hear from Trey Day as well. He'll be speaking at that event for that brunch, February 21st at the Crown Coliseum. Evolution Fitness and Results. Shout out to Coach Jonathan Foster, 500 North Raleigh Road, Fayetteville, North Carolina. If you need a personal trainer, that's the man to go to. Veronica's Hair Studio, my stylist, the best lady you can ever meet. She's also doing something for the youth to let them teach. Was going to teach them how to do hair. I'll give them a glimpse into how to own their own salon and what it takes to be a stylist and all that good stuff. Shout out to Reggie Denton, Chief Tech. He's actually an incredible visual artist. He's going to be doing something with the day in the life, as well as Greg Gilmore is also going to do a day in the life. So if you know any young people that want to be a part of any of those events, whether it's the day in the life event with Greg Gilmore, the NFL player, or Veronica with Veronica's Hair Studio, or if they want to be a part of learning about photography, myself and Reggie will be teaching the young people about photography and how to get into that business. Let's see, shout out of course to Control and Minds Management, shout out to Moray, shout out to the entire EBF label. Let me see. I think I pretty much got everybody, y'all. I wanted to make sure I didn't forget nobody. It's just a lot of people. And shout out to everybody that supports the L3 brand. Oh, shout out to Ashley Walker, realtor in North Carolina here. It's my cousin, but she's an amazing realtor. Yeah, that's it for now. I'm sure I'll have some more next week. You know how we do, y'all. Thank y'all for being here. Thank you for your expertise, for your time, for your love, your dedication to your craft. Thank you for being you. So
I got one question.
Liz, thank you, Liz.
I was about to say that too. He stole that, but
Yeah, thank you.
But no. So
You stole my answer earlier.
My bad. Sorry about that. So is anybody's team in the Super Bowl? I mean, if that is anybody's team, nobody's team's in the Super Bowl. Huh?
I don't watch it. I ain't really got a team.
I'm just saying, my team's at home, so my team's the Giants. So I'm just asking. I'm just asking.
Yeah, I'm a Atlanta Falcons fan. Don't feel bad.
Okay.
I'm gonna say I'm a Packers fan, so.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's cool.
Well, I just got to shout out my little Carolina Panthers, even though.
So everybody's at home, huh? Everybody's okay.
Yep.
Next season, we'll do better.
Kid Lee, what's your team?
I don't watch football.
Baseball, tennis, hockey, anything, volleyball,
No.
the wrestling contest. You know what I'm saying? Think of the little
WWE. He said it.
And tell them, Kaylee, your sport is rapping.
Oh, okay. Get into the bag again. That's what's up.
Oh man. Yeah. Y'all got anything else? So should we get on off here? I don't know. We dropped so many jewels tonight. We talked about a lot of stuff. We had Kid Lee on here. We had something fresh. She spit something live for us. I thought she was gonna beat me up, but she didn't. Oh man. All right, y'all. Thanks again. Till next week. Make sure y'all tune in every single Sunday, 7:00 Eastern. We're gonna be on here. YouTube Live is gonna be shared on Facebook. It's now on l3brand.com. You can check out episode 1 and 2 on l3brand.com. Actually, the site is, hold on, I got you. l3brand.com/jewels of the game. Let me make sure I got that right before we get off here. So l3brand.com/jewels-of-the-game-live/ So just go to the l3brand.com and click on the Jewels of the Game tab. That's the moral of the story, okay? And y'all be able to check it out. That's why I didn't want to say it. Somebody can go to like, it doesn't work, Liz. What you talking? So yeah. So just click on
and hit the tab.
Yeah. Just hit Jewels of the Game. That's all you gotta do. All right, y'all. I'm done. My face hurts. Y'all have me laughing. Y'all have a good
nice
night.
to meet everyone. It truly was a pleasure to meet you guys.
See y'all soon. Y'all be safe.
And thank you to our guest host, Barry Clark Photography as well. Yeah.